in the kitchen. We are in the kitchen with our executive producer, Stephanie Cook, which I'm kind of confused. What is going on?
Here's the thing. If I'm in the kitchen, that means somebody was supposed to be here and they're not.
That's okay, because we understand it was not an easy ride
Because this
today.
never would be the choice, really.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't blame whoever it was. I don't blame you for sitting at home relaxing. But
Chef Westep.
we love Chef Westep.
I'm going to give you my pose down for Chef.
You just called out
No,
Chef
I
Westep.
totally understand it. I mean, look, we have guests and they plan to come on the show, and then weather happens, and I can't ask them to, if they
Drive
don't
up
feel
from
comfortable.
Duck, North Carolina
I would never
in the snow?
in a million years. No. So, but at 5 a.m. we have 12 minutes of show to fill. Let's see what we got.
No. But that's okay, because we want to put you to the test. What are you doing? I mean,
Okay.
all this stuff looks like football food.
All right, so once I realized that Chef West wasn't coming, so I was like, you know what? It's a snow day. So what do? What do you have in the house that you can make, happen at a moment's notice? So
Right.
I just got up at 6 in the morning and went down and looked at my pantry. And so I started going through and I was like, well, I have this, I have this, I have this. So here's what we're making. I have going right now a poor man's shepherd's pie, which we use with manwich at my house because my kids love it. So this is a great kids thing. We're also going to make, with these ingredients, buffalo chicken dip. Got to have the Frank's Redhot. And then we're going to make a chicken taco chili. All that was just in the pantry. So you can grab things, and we have, as we go through it, you have some, alternative things that you can add in there, but make it happen. So we're going to get started with the shepherd's pie.
Well, I'm here to tell you that if you have ground beef in your pantry, you got a problem.
It was not in the pantry. It's in the refrigerator.
Oh, okay, just checking. All right, so look, all this stuff looks delicious, by the way.
All right, let's try
I'm
it.
going to put you to the test, or we'll get cooking with Stephanie in just a few minutes. Stick around. Nice job, ladies. All right, we're in the kitchen today with Stephanie Cook, our executive producer. It is a snow day. So you pretty excited about that? I can see that you, as a child, you used to just pray for snow days.
I did, and you get so excited when you're a kid, and then you go out in the snow, and it's cold, and then you want to go in.
Right, and you want
get
some
to that cold
come
part,
right into
and we
food.
come
That's
into
warm.
food,
That's like ready for you.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
And that's sort of the motivation behind this. Not only that, but it's something that's right there, readily available for most people, right?
That's right. So as soon as I figured out that we didn't have anybody in the kitchen, we were going to figure out what we were going to have in the kitchen. So I just went through the pantry. I looked in my fridge. I looked at the pantry. What do I already have available that I can throw together? So the first thing we're making is a poor man's shepherd's pie. And what you need for this is basically a couple pounds of ground beef or ground turkey, whichever one you want. I've already browned that and drained and rinsed it. And then also a big can of manwich, and a can of green peas, and a can of corn, drained.
Okay, let's say I don't have green peas.
You can change it up. You don't
Green
even have to
beans,
use
right?
the veggies. You don't even have to use them, but that's traditionally what happens in a shepherd's pie. You have some layer of vegetables with the meat and stuff like that. So yeah, you can shift it up. You can just do corn. Some kids don't like peas. Some kids don't like corn. Just make it your own.
Okay, shepherd's pie. The first thing I think of is mashed potatoes on top.
Yep, and we got the mashed potatoes. So again, that was a quick thing. Don't judge anybody, because when you have kids, they like the quick things.
That.
Instant mashed potatoes. I like this brand, the Idahoan roasted garlic. So I did 2 packs of those, and we've already whipped those up, and they're ready and waiting for us.
Okay.
So while we were waiting, getting ready to come over here, I browned the ground beef and drained it and rinsed it, and then I browned some onion, about a half of a medium onion, in the frying pan with a little bit of the reserved drippings from the beef, and then added the manwich so it's nice and cooked through. This is really a very fast recipe, so I'm just going to add the ground beef into the manwich, which is cake to do, and just mix that around. And while we got the oven preheated on 350, which is all you really need for that. And basically, the oven part is really for the cheese. So what we're going to do is we're going to mix all this together, and then we're going to layer it. We're going to put it in the bottom of a nice casserole dish. We're going to put it in the bottom of a casserole dish, the manwich mixture. Then we're going to add the drained corn and the drained peas on top of that. And then we're going to top it with the mashed potatoes and some shredded cheddar. And then pop it in the oven for 20 minutes. Basically, everything is cooked. Everything's heated. You just want to heat it through in the oven and melt the cheese on top, and you're good to go.
Well, let's take this moment to just find out a little bit more about yourself. How long have you been in the culinary arts?
I haven't. I don't cook. I cook. I mean, I like to cook, and I have specialties. Like you have your specialties.
You're the
and
mom cook. That
then
just
you have
has
the
to
pizza
knock it
rolls
out.
that Zach likes, and I
Right.
can knock those out in 9 to 11 minutes.
And your training, how formally trained, or is this mama trained? How is this?
This is Grandma Liz trained, and Grandma Mary Lee trained, and back then, when I was growing up 40-something years ago, it was really about what there was available.
I know.
I mean, that's all it was. And so a lot of those recipes just came from that, I love a real shepherd's pie. I'm not above I love the chefs cooking on the show because I get to go and try their food or, when they come here and have the real deal. But, there's days like this where you're just in a hurry and you got to get stuff done. And this is one of those things.
What are the kids doing today?
Zachary is staring out the window when I left him. My 9-year-old is staring out the window, longing to go outside, and his 17-year-old brother Josh is probably still sleeping.
Yeah, that's typical for that. But my guys, I think they're ready to go sledding, so they're going to go try to find the nearest hill, which is probably about 5 feet tall.
Well,
they would love this, by the way. They would be all over this shepherd's pie. Okay, so
you'll have to tell them if
the
it's any good. Yeah. All right. So the sandwich mixture is in, and then we're going to throw in sprinkle on our canned corn. So easy. This is like such a Depression era kind of dish.
Right.
That you would have had just come out the pantry.
That and
throw your stuff on there.
sandwich.
Yep. My everything is clean. I promise. All right, so if you don't like peas, don't use peas. If you don't like corn, don't use corn. It's just it's just whatever you have. Go with what you got. All right, so we're going to throw on some mashed potatoes. You can dollop them. You can spread them. It's however you want to do it. It is a cake, easy recipe for dinner. And literally, you don't have to make anything else. You got the meat in there. You got the dairy. You got the potatoes. You got the veggies. Throw it in the oven. You got dinner.
Throw it in the oven. You got dinner.
All right, so this is done. How much time we got left? I haven't heard anything.
Oh, we got plenty of time.
Okay,
so now's a good time to tell us, do you take reservations open for lunch and dinner?
No, I do not.
What about your blog?
I most certainly don't.
Tell us about your blog.
I'll tell you about my movie reviews blog. Okay.
I said, do you do weddings?
I don't do weddings.
weddings?
I have done weddings. I've done
Okay,
cakes
I'm
for
just
weddings,
wondering.
but you have to be a really good friend. Okay, so real quick, while I'm going to put some cheese on this and throw it in the oven, again, 20 minutes, 350.
Right.
I want you to knock this out real quick because I want to get it in the oven. The second
Okay,
dish
all
we're
right.
going to make.
So what do we need here?
This is buffalo chicken dip. This is great for the Super Bowl. I make it all the time. This is my boyfriend's favorite. This is why I have all of that. I'm just going to throw it together real quick. And all it is this is a Frank's Red Hot buffalo chicken dip. So it's a half a cup of Frank's, a half a cup of ranch, a package of softened cream cheese, 2 cups of shredded chicken, and I have the chicken that I like to use is this one because I keep it in the pantry, Tyson premium white chicken, and I just drain it and chop it up, and we're going to toss all of that together with a cup of mozzarella cheese, and that goes in the oven for 20 minutes at 350, so we'll see that come out, and then in the next segment when we come back, we're making, and I have a lot of different variations on this. This is one of my favorites. All of these things right here go into this. It is a chicken taco chili.
Ooh, I like it.
And we're going to make that, and we have a crock pot variation, but we're going to make it on the stove.
Today is a crock pot day.
Yep.
Listen, I just want to say thank you for making it in today. This is a very difficult weather day, but we're surprised you made it, but we're glad you did.
I'm glad I did too.
All right, everybody, we'll finish this up with Stephanie in just a few minutes.
Yep.
Great job.
Here we go.
We are back in the kitchen with the one and only Stephanie Cook, our executive producer, and it's a snow day.
I know.
And because it's a snow day, we wanted Stephanie to come over here and cook for us. We're like her kids.
It's like
What's
a
for dinner,
family.
Mom?
Mom, I'm hungry.
Mom, what do we
We're a
have for
family.
I want to
dinner?
play in the snow.
Shepherd's pie again?
You know what?
Okay, I'm gone now.
All right, I need to put you to work. Okay, so
All right, what are we doing?
okay, so in the first segment, what we did was we put our buffalo chicken dip in there, which is cooking, and we put our poor man shepherd pie in there, and that is cooking. So now we're working on our chicken taco chili. Okay.
Chicken taco chili?
So here's what I
Chicken
have.
taco chili?
Here's what I have
Chicken
in
taco
this pot
chili.
right now.
Go.
Came out of the pantry, just grab cans. That's enough. Okay, so we have, in this pot, we have a can of tomato sauce. We have 2 cans of, first I'm going to get it right, I think. Ariane talked about Rotel, first of all.
Boom.
Rotel and the Velveeta is nonstop. But I like this, for this chili, I use the Rotel diced tomatoes with lime juice and cilantro. That makes it, gives it that Southwest.
Love that cilantro.
I do too.
Cilantro
it's really good.
in a can.
All right,
Love
so
it.
a can of sauce, a can of fire roasted diced tomatoes, garlic, and then 2 cans of the Rotel with the cilantro and lime juice. Now we're going to add, and then over here I have just a couple tablespoons of olive oil, and I've thrown in, I love this. I keep this in the fridge because you can throw it on a salad, you can throw it in a quesadilla, you can use it for this recipe. And all it is that, already ready carved chicken breast.
It says it's grilled.
Right. That's fine.
Well, then why are you cooking it?
Because I wanted to heat it up because we're in the interest of time. But
Okay.
also in the interest of time, if you want to let this perfect for a snow day, it's a crock pot recipe. Even though I'm making it on the stovetop, you can totally do it in the crock pot. You can do it without chicken. If you do it with no meat, if you don't put ground beef or chicken in it and use just the beans, which is great for vegetarians, you get a 2-point chili. Weight Watchers, people. Just counting.
Just okay.
Counting for you.
That's good. Okay, you lost me at beans.
Okay, so
Speaking of which, I just opened them up.
Okay,
What are we doing
so
here?
we're doing 2 cans of black beans because we're doing the taco chili, so we're going black heavy, and then
Kidney beans?
we're going with kidney beans. So I have a can of beans. I've already drained these. Go. So
Okay,
take that
so
over to. No.
What?
Take it over to the sink. Pour it into the drainer.
In this thing over
yes,
here?
go and rinse them.
Why am I rinsing them,
Okay,
Stephanie?
so you want to rinse beans. If you're using canned beans, first of all, buy low sodium if you can. Like I bought reduced sodium here because they're heavy sodium, and that is not good for your health, period. But also, if you're trying to watch your calories and your sodium intake, you want to do that.
Boom.
Oh my God! Bring
What?
it over
Did
here.
I do something wrong?
Did you just see that? Put
all
a
right, it's a
man in the kitchen. Okay,
Whoa.
so no, you want to rinse off the sodium. So if you can't do that, you want to make sure you do that. Okay, so 2 cans of black beans, reduced sodium, a can of light red kidney beans. We're just going to throw those into the pot
Okay.
with the tomato sauce, everything already going. But again, if you want to make it in a crock
Smell
pot,
that cilantro.
if you want to make it in a crock pot,
Good.
you can, and all of it can go in at the same time. Now, your seasonings couldn't be easier. A packet of Hidden Valley Ranch dressing mix and a packet of taco seasoning. Again, I went reduced sodium.
Nice.
Mild. You can kick it up with hot, but I brought the hot Frank's Red Hot and stuff. I brought that Red Hot, so you can add it to taste if you want it hot. All right, so there you go. You got the beans in there. I'm going to throw in the chicken to make it the taco chicken chili. And when it is about done, the last thing that you're going to do is turn off the fire. The last thing you're going to do is we can take that out.
Okay.
Look, it's ready.
Oh,
Yep.
wow.
All right, so you just let this cook, and we're going to taste it at the end. I'm going to throw in a can of corn, and we are good to go.
Well, wait. Let's just show everybody real quick. There's your buffalo chicken dip and Stephanie's famous shepherd's pie.
Yep, and I just put them under
Yum,
the broiler real
yum.
quick to get it nice and brown, and that's it.
All right, that's awesome.
Good to go. We're going to taste
So,
it.
if you had a restaurant, what would it be called?
Cookies.
Cookies Kitchen. Thank you, Stephanie.
Love it.
Restaurant Week with Stephanie Cook.